Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're returning viewer, welcome back. My camera, I'm recording on my webcam and you're all crooked. I'm so sorry. I can't be bothered to fix it right now. It is currently, as I'm recording, January 26th and 2026. And I am, what time is it? It's 8:15 in the morning. Thank you to everyone who sent your condolences for my aunt. I appreciate it. She's in a much better place now, and I'm starting to get back into real life, so I thought I'd record a video. So today I thought I would record, I've tried to record a few different videos, they've just, I haven't felt right about them, so we're going to record this one. And I am going to do the 24-hour readathon. First of all, I apologize for the lighting and my hair and how I look. I'm so sorry. You're not here for beauty advice, okay? You're here for books. So, okay. I'm just all over the place. I am taking part in HRCYED, the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, hosted and created by Stephanie at QWERTY. Her channel name is QWERTY. And she set up the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. And one of the prompts is to do 24-hour readathon. There are some caveats. First off is you don't have to do 24 hours straight, except when you fall asleep for the night, the readathon is over. So basically, how much can you read in 24 hours? But once you fall asleep, it's over. So I decided to do that today, just out of the blue. So I'm going to do that. Mind you, I am going to allow myself naps because I did not sleep last night. I only slept for about an hour last night. So I am very tired, so we will see if this works out or not. So I'm going to start my timer. Where did I put my phone? My room is a complete disaster right now. My aunt lovingly left me a bunch of yarn and knitting needles and stuff, and it's like all over my bed right now. Anyways, we're going to put a timer on. Timer. I know what a timer is. I'm too tired. I still haven't taken my meds yet. I just remembered I didn't take my meds yet. How to do that? Timer. 24. No, we don't want 99 hours. Oh my goodness. 24 hours. There we go. Here we go. We're going to start it. There we go. Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't start it yet. I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you what I'm going to read. I am going to read... Well, I'm supposed to start it and let it go. Okay. I'm not with it. We started. I am going to read... 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. This is a YA thriller. I've read all of her books except for this one, so I'm looking forward to reading this. I have started it before, and I'm going to skim through the first couple chapters just to remind myself of what I read, but I only read the first 2 or 3 chapters, so I'm going to read this. This is about 6 young people who go on a spring break trip, and it's told throughout the 12 hours or something like that, or 8 hours, something like that, and every hour it says the time, and that's the chapter heading. And they get stuck in the middle of nowhere in their RV, and someone is shooting at them. That's all I know. So, I'm going to read this, and going to get started. Okay, I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Okay, lighting is a bit better because I turned on my overhead light. Totally forgot about it. But I am still in my jammies. I just made a cup of cold coffee with creamer because I felt rich because, you know, I got my PWD check, so I bought some creamer. I was very excited. So, I don't usually get creamer because I can't afford it. But, I don't know where I was going with that. I am so tired. I just took my pills. Take your meds. Remember to take your meds. Very important. And never be ashamed of taking meds. And, I'm going to drink some of this. I'm going to read. It is 8:25, and I'm going to start reading. I'm going to put on my TV and read until about 9 o'clock when I call my brother. I usually go to a Bible study on Monday mornings, but I'm not going today, so I'm going to read instead. Okay. Catch you up later. Catch you up later? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, this angle is a choice. We're just gonna roll with it. I only read about 20 pages. I ended up getting dressed, and I had to call my pharmacy, in which one of the ladies that works there told me that I do not get one of the medications I've been getting for over a year. So I kept telling her, yes, I do. I get it from you every month. And she's like, are you sure you got the right pharmacy? I'm like, yes, I do. She had all my other meds, but not that one. I'm like, I get it from you every month. So I don't know. She found it. It was there. And I was kind of stressed out at that point. But we found it. All good. But I am going to listen to an audiobook because I feel like knitting. I am currently knitting a baby booty, and for the group that I make for charity. So I'm doing. I don't like the word charity. Making for missions. It's for a group in Guatemala. It's a group that we are. Oh my gosh, we as a group knit, crochet, sew, all those things, different things for a group, for some people in Guatemala, and we take it like boxes of things over every 2 years. And for knit and crochet, we make baby blankets and baby booties. So I am doing that. Yeah, because for a lot of times the people there are so poor and the hospitals are so poor that the newborns often go home wrapped in newspapers. So although lately the hospital, that last trip to Guatemala, um, which was in November, December of last year, they did say, to people that went there, said that the hospital is giving out blankets, but they're all donated as well. So the babies going home right now have blankets to be wrapped in, but a lot of them don't have diapers, and they just don't have money, and it makes you realize how privileged you are in the Western world. But yeah, so I'm making some of those. I'm going to listen to an audiobook. I'm not sure what I'm going to listen to. I know I have a few on Libby that are due soon. I think one of them is A Dark and Deadly Journey by, I forget her name. It's a cozy mystery. Julia Kelly, is that right? I can't remember who wrote it. I'll put the picture up here. I think I still have that one, so if I do, I'll listen to that, because I only have like 1 or 2 days left on that, so. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Hi, it is currently 12:50 p.m. I am at, let's see what time I'm at. Hang on. I am at 19 hours and 28 minutes left. I'm just going to go until I fall asleep, and then we'll see how much I read. So, I listened to about 2.5 hours of an audiobook. The one I was planning on listening to has already been given back, and someone had it on hold, so I wasn't able to listen to that. But I did listen to about 2.5 hours of A Study in Scarlet Woman by Sherry Thomas. Really enjoying that. I didn't like the writing style at first, but I got used to it, and now I'm really enjoying it. And it is a historical cozy mystery. She is a relative. I think she's a niece, or I'm not sure. I don't remember who, because I listened to the first chapter a few days ago, and then I moved from chapter 2 on today. And in the first chapter, it tells us how Sherlock Holmes is related to her, but I can't remember how they're related. But it has mentioned Sherlock Holmes, and it has mentioned Charlotte Holmes, who is the main character of this book. So, I'm enjoying it. It's a cozy mystery. I'm enjoying it so far. The murders have happened, and she's just starting to investigate. So I'm very excited to finish that today, hopefully. And I'm going to listen to some more of that. I did finish knitting a sock. So here, whoops, hi, baby. I was going to call her Booty. That's not right. Rosie's a baby. She's not a baby. Well, she's a dog, but I call her baby. She's over here. She's... Okay, my phone wanted to say hello, apparently. Everybody wants to say hello. Okay. Rosie's over here. I took her for a nice walk. It's very cold out. She chewed on her bone for a little while. Got my bed all dirty. My quilt from the meat on the bone, like the blood and stuff. So I gotta wash it off today. But, I put a sheet on, like an old sheet that she usually eats it on. I put it on underneath of her so that she didn't get my white quilt dirty. And she managed to move it, and now there's meat and stains all over my quilt. That's okay. That's okay. She enjoyed her bone. But, anyways, I finished this booty, and it folds like this. Very cute. It's kind of washed out, but it's yellow. And I'm going to knit another one and listen to more of A Study in Scarlet Woman. I'm really enjoying listening to that, so that's what I'm going to do. And, yeah, I'll talk to you in a little while. Good morning. It is currently just after 8 a.m. the next day. I went to sleep. Let's see what time it was I went to sleep. Hang on. First of all, if you can hear Rosie eating, I'm so sorry, I forgot she's chewing her bone. She's living her best life, but I like to give her about 10-15 minutes of chewing on her bone in the morning, and then another 10 or 15 minutes at night. It relaxes her, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. She's a noisy chewer. Anyways, I turned off my alarm, my 24-hour timer, when I went to sleep last night. So, let's see how many hours. So we had 7 hours and 22 minutes and 19 seconds left. So that means I was up for, let me do the math, 7.5 hours from 24. Okay, we gotta use the fingers. 23, 22, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, about 17 hours I was awake, which is really good. I did really good on that. Did not have a nap yesterday. Had a good sleep last night, so that was good. That said, I only read one book, but I'm happy with that because I don't typically read a whole book in one day. And I'm very much a mood reader. I go between books. I'm in the middle of a lot of different books. So let's talk about what I did read yesterday, and you're just going to have to trust me that I finished them. So I read A Study in Scarlet Woman by Sherry Thomas on audio. I'm counting it as completed because I read from chapter 2 on, so I only read one chapter earlier, so I'm going to count it as a book read. My personal opinion of this book, it is not a cozy. It deals with very difficult issues. I said before that Charlotte Holmes was a relative of Sherlock Holmes. No, I was wrong on that. She is Sherlock Holmes. She's using the pseudonym Sherlock Holmes to solve cases. So she is Sherlock, which was nice. It was a fun retelling. I enjoyed that. The writing wasn't the best. It was okay, but it wasn't the best in my opinion. There are a few triggers that I think you should be aware of if you're going to read this book. Mainly to do with underage girls, if you know what I mean, and suicide. So it's the suicide part and the underage girls are not on page, but they are mentioned. So just so you know, I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't one that I felt like it was very much a setup book. You know what I mean? Like it's setting up the whole series. So I think I will continue the series at least one more book and see if it gets better. But 3 stars is not a bad rating. It's an average reading. So yeah. So that was a 10-hour audiobook, which I listened to most of it at 1.75 speed, and then the last like 4 hours of the 10 hours I listened it on 2 times speed, so 2 hours. So really I only read for about 5 or 6 hours yesterday, which is fine. I did read a little bit of an ebook. Did I? I did. I only read a few pages, but I'm in the middle of Sauerkraut and Donuts by Ginger Bolton. Put the picture up here. I read a little bit of that, only a few pages. And then I did read a few chapters, I think only 2 chapters actually, of The Mastering Art of French Murder by Colin Cambridge. This is an American in Paris cozy mystery that deals with Julie Child. And the main character in this book is Julia Child's friend. Julia Child is a character in this book. She was a real life person, and I'm enjoying that. Again, I'm about halfway through, but I only read a couple chapters because I already started that book, so. Other than that, I didn't do any reading. Oh, I did, in the beginning, I did read a chapter of 5 Survive. I wasn't into it right then, so I just didn't continue on with that. So we got 1 book done for HRCYED 24-hour prompt. I'm happy with that. I'm actually quite happy. I might do this again to see if I can get more books, but for now, that prompt of HRCYED is done. So let's fill that out. Hi, me again. Yeah, I just filmed me screen recorded the HRCYED board that I filled out. Yeah, for some reason it won't download the video, so we're just going to do it this way. I'm so sorry, but I only fit it into 1 prompt, and that was the 24-hour prompt. So I finished 1 book. I'm very happy with that. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope Rosie's eating her bone wasn't too noisy. I have to take it from her and put it back in the freezer now, so she's not going to like that. She's usually pretty good, though. She lets me, which is good. Which is more than for her dada, because when he takes it, she growls at him. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your prayers on my aunt and my family as we're grieving. And, yeah. Bye, guys. Have a great day.